Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And last time we cleared out Horseshoe Isle, or Island, whatever it is, and we got back to Outset Island. And I mentioned in the last part that there is some stuff that we need to do here, and so we're going to get right down to it and begin taking out some stuff. I'm not exactly sure how many things there are to do on this island. But I do know of one big one that we're going to go ahead and do. And I probably should make sure that I'm pretty prepared before doing this. I'm going to make sure that you have a fairy and some granny soup. Well, you should probably have more than one fairy. I think I'll go to that, the fairy fountain that's in the Forbidden Woods, or whatever they're called up here. So we're actually getting ready to do a mini, or I guess what you could consider a mini dungeon. That basically you have to survive through it. It's kind of like the one trial thing in Twilight Princess. I forget what it's called. The Cave of Ordeals. It's a lot like that, where you have limited supplies and basically have to conserve your arrows and bombs and everything. And this is a time where I say that if you have all 99 arrows and bombs, this might be a time where you might run out, because you might be wanting to use your arrows, but there's a limited amount of them. So I think I'll skip out on the fairies fountain. Watch me regret that later. I'm going to get to a point where I don't have any items and I'm going to die. Then I'm going to be kicking myself in the head. So, hold on a sec. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so what you need to do is get up on this rock. And we're going to try to fly. Let me go ahead and show you on my handy dandy telescope, which I've only used this a couple times in the game, but we need to fly. We need to get up there where that face is. So that means we want the wind to be facing northwest, and we want to be as high up as we can, which this rock is pretty much as high as you can get. It's basically the highest point on Outset Island. So let's go ahead and get the wind going northwest, facing that way, and then we will jump. And we should be fine. I think we'll make it. This will consume a great deal of your magic powers, so if you're... I think there's grass over there that contains magic pots. Oh, and you don't even have to fly up here. I just remembered this. You can actually get on that little piece of land right there and then just grapple up here. I probably should have mentioned that before I went all the way up there. But yeah, you just need the grappling hook. They basically did that in case you did the Earth Temple and then came here. And you were like, oh, I'm just going to investigate this place after... Sounded like he said bitch a little bit. But for people who go to the Earth Temple and then come here and don't have the grappling hook, and they want to do this little mini dungeon, you actually have to... Let me go ahead and show you the grappling point. But if you don't have the hook shot when coming to do this, then you'll have to glide like I just did. But, so let's go ahead and get our hook shot. Get it right about here. Look up. And looky there, you can grapple onto the tree. And that is a lot easier than floating all the way over here. So there you go. There's a little shortcut if you want to use it, as long as you have the grappling hook. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this pot. Ooh, and fairies. Okay, I guess it would have been a waste for me to go to the fairy fountain anyway. Okay, get the fairy. So we're going in this with 2 fairies and Grandma's soup. Grandma's soup will be used in the event that we run out of fairies, because fairies will only refill a certain amount of your health. So basically, after I use my second fairy, I'll use the Granny's Soup right before I die. Okay, so let's read this. The Savage Labyrinth. Deep in the never-ending darkness, the way to the golden shard you seek awaits. So that kind of points to how we are going to get a Triforce chart after completing this. So basically, there's 50 floors in this. I believe after the first 10, you get the Triforce chart. Actually, let me go ahead and find that out real quick. No, you actually have to go through 30 of the floors to get the treasure or the Triforce chart, and then the rest of them you will. Once you go through 50 of them, you'll get a heart piece. So we want to do that. So let's see. Okay. So this floor, the first floor, had a bunch of keys, nothing too hard. The next one, still not that hard. They won't start getting difficult until like after the 20th one. That's really when it gets a little monotonous. But so in this floor we're going to have a bunch of imps. And I hate these imps because they hop around and they sound annoying. They poke you with their little stick. And it's just very annoying. They only take down a fourth of a heart, but still. So if you brought a red potion into this, I would recommend not using it until you absolutely need it, like when you're about to die. And that's what I say about any kind of item that you bring into this little dungeon. Don't use it until you absolutely need it. Like if you're down to like 1 or 2 hearts, that's when you should use something. So, or if you have fairies, just let yourself die. That way you can use the fairy, or you could go ahead and use it before you die. But you know, there's basically no difference. Okay, so that floor had some bokoblins, still nothing really difficult. Then we got some chews, and as you can see, none of the items are dropping none of the items are dropping enemies, but none of the enemies are dropping items. So that means collectibles, rupees, hearts, arrows, bombs, none of that stuff. You can still use your grappling hook to take an item out of the enemies, but that of course only works on the enemies that will actually give you something if you use the hook shot on them, or the grappling hook. I keep getting those two mixed up. Okay, and why is my command thing not working? It's kind of screwing me. It screwed me on the Horseshoe Island, and it's kind of screwing me here. Okay, there we go. These things look so painful when you do that parry attack on them. You like stab into their skull, and then they kind of wriggle around in pain. And geez, look at that. Ugh. That would like kill me if I saw something like that in real life. Okay, so those were Magtails. Yeah, good thing I'm not trying to point out the name of every enemy in this project like I am in Super Metroid. That would be a little annoying. I mean, there's definitely more creatures in this game than in Super Metroid. Maybe not, maybe about the same. Because there's not really a whole diverse amount of enemies in this game. So, but that's actually a really good thing. Because that way you can learn how much damage enemies take and their weaknesses and everything pretty easily. Okay, so ooh, now we're up to fire keys. And as you'll notice, basically the first 3 floors kind of contain enemies from the first 3 dungeons. And then I believe the 30th or the 40th and 50th floors are kind of mixes of the first 3 dungeons and the last 2. So it's pretty cool. But the enemies will definitely get a lot harder and a lot more diverse in each floor. But still nothing really too difficult yet. Bokoblins with fire sticks. But I don't think fire sticks do much more, or do any more damage than just a normal stick. So those guys are just as dangerous as the ones with normal sticks. And he slid a little bit. He ran over and he stopped abruptly, and then he slid. Okay, so now we're up to moblins. These guys are moderately annoying, but still nothing too difficult. And there's only 2 of them, so haha. I wish the hookshot did something different to these guys instead of just pulling you toward them. Kinda sucks a little bit. Okay, next hole. I don't even know what floor we're on. Oh yeah, we're on floor number 10. This one right here. So every 10 floors up until after... actually, I think only this one. Actually, no, I think... Let's see, basically after the 30th floor, you will not be able to leave this, but on some of these floors, you will find a ray of light, and you can leave if you want to. But I recommend just sticking with this if you need to. And these floors have like refills, there's rupees, and then there's collectibles. So, pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, and you'll get a shit ton of rupees from doing this. So that's another plus to this. Okay, so now we're on to enemies from the Forbidden Woods dungeon. One of my more favorite dungeons in the game, and I kind of miss it actually. So, well, I don't know if I miss it. I mean, that was a pretty annoying dungeon, but I mean, it was easy compared to the later ones. But I think what I might do actually is just after the 20th floor, I'll just go through these and just speed them up, because, you know, honestly, all I'm doing is fighting enemies. You've seen this throughout the entire project, and there's nothing really new to explain here. And it'd probably be really boring if I just sat here talking about, you know, oh, I'm gonna stab the enemy. Oh yeah. So that's probably what I'll do. Actually, I think I'll start that now, just so things get done quicker. So I will just commentate again once I get to the 20th floor. So I'll start talking again then. Okay, so here we are, floor number 20. So those ones weren't too bad. Use your boomerang a lot, because that takes down a lot of those enemies pretty quickly. Okay, and so here we are, more rupees. And with each 10 floors, you'll get more rupees. So that's good. Alright, well let's go ahead and move on to floor number 21. And back to speed up. No. No. Why? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.